besides all that, what have you been listening to since the last podcast episode?
Nothing.
Jesus.
Nothing really, B, man. I've been trying to I've been all over the place like we was talking off camera. So let me go, right? So sometimes I go to Discovery Weekly. You do that?
No.
All right, so
I'm an album guy, that's why. I listen to albums.
So my coworker, he's like, yo, just do your Discovery Weekly, you might find something. So this is random, very random. So I found this cover of the Arthur theme song, Believe in Yourself, by a band called Echo, and I really like it. It's kind of dope. I've been jamming to it. So what happens is they start you off right with the scene of DW and Arthur getting into it. You know
which one? How about
when he pull out the little, you know what I mean?
Oh, the fist.
You know what I'm saying? Even the album cover it shows it. Let me see if I can show y'all a little bit. You know what I mean? See the little
talking about when he has a little fist and he just punches me.
Yeah,
DW.
But I really like this song, bro. It's pretty cool. It's like my coworker was playing it, and I was like, bro, ain't this the Arthur theme song? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, listen to it. And it was the Arthur theme song. I was like, yo, it's pretty dope. I like it. Not much to say about it. It's something I've been listening to today. Like I played it like 4 or 5 times. So that's something on the docket. And you can go next, B. I got something else.
Well, this week I finished my RTJ run through, my discography run through. And this isn't my first time listening to RTJ. RTJ is one of my favorite hip hop groups. And I just wanted to run through all their albums because their albums are just like under an hour each. So they're pretty bingeable and it's like a quick succession. And to me, what RTJ for, I like it. I really enjoy it. And there are some very high highs. And I can say that about each RTJ album. I guess the thing for me with this one is that it's either like 3 or 4 that has like kind of like too much samey production at points to where I'm just like, these kind of like mesh together too well. I mean, not too well. They're too similar in terms of tones. But either way, LP and Killer Mike are still rapping their behinds off either way with that grimy / horrorcore adjacent, but very like, I don't know, it's like very hip hop the way that they rhyme. Yeah. And you can just tell when they go in the studio, it's not like they're trying to one up each other. It's like they're trying to compliment each other, but they also each are like, okay, I'm gonna kill this. Like, I'm gonna kill this right here. So I don't know with RTJ, and I'm not saying that RTJ 4 is bad. To me, I think it's like one of my least favorite right before RTJ 1. But either way, I still enjoyed this album. I think this is a great album either way.
4 is like the least favorite of mine as well.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Still dope though.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, like I think RTJ's worst album is probably someone's best album that they'll never ever achieve in their hip hop career type stuff. So it's like one of those things where it's like we said about the Outkast, it might be the worst,
right?
But that doesn't mean it's a bad album. Just if you had to really rank all of them, I think that's one will be the least. And especially with the Ooh La La song, and I know that one was a single. I really wasn't feeling the production on that one like that. I kind of wish it was a bit more punchier, especially with DJ Premier on the production himself. I don't know. Maybe it's because I heard Scorpion again, and you know DJ Premier did some production on that.
Have you really listened to Scorpion?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, look, he like it now. I'm telling you, like, you like it.
We'll talk about it. But yeah, RTJ 4, great listen, great hip hop album. If you want some great raps over some great production, go to RTJ 4.
See, man, I'm not trying to make my... This is difficult. I have another shirt, but I was like, let's not wear this shirt, but now it's all sloppy, man. Anyways, all right. So look, so the other song. All right, so I like is another guy, right? His name is Shrimp. I don't know if y'all ever heard this guy.
Oh, you like another guy, and his name is Shrimp. Wow, come on.
All right, so anyways, this guy, right? He's an artist. You know what I'm saying? He kind of fits in that boat of like the Lil Peep Ram, like Juice WRLD Ram, but he also kind of get deep dive into like emo rock. And he has a few songs that I really love. Never listened to a full album. I'm gonna be honest with you. Never listened to an album from him. But I just listen to a lot of his songs. Like I just, click his popular and just go down the list. So a few songs that I like about this guy named Shrimp. If you into Lil Peep or anything like that, I highly suggest this guy because I think he got some really good songs, bro. Because some of his lyrics are like, dang, it's kind of dark. Like the title of this song, "This Body Means Nothing to Me." That's a really catching title. You know what I'm saying? So I found him probably like 2 years ago. From that song, I saw the video. And I recently just really been like, all right, let's go deep into, his discography. But I actually just listen to these singles because I'm like, Anyways, so This Body Don't Means Nothing to Me is probably my favorite track by him. Mm-hmm. Really dope, bro. I don't know. I can't recommend it to this guy.
I like Kenny Mason. And he's rock adjacent, but he's not like
but this not
emo rap like a Lil Peep though. So
And this song right here is no hip hop influence at all.
So it's not hip hop at all.
No, he has some songs.
Is he a rock artist?
Yeah, he does have some. Yeah, okay. I'll say that. But like,
it's weird to say that because I never really hear a rock artist. It's usually a rock band.
Yeah, but he his instruments, but it's him. He's the face. But all I can say is, you check him out if you like. If you sad, if you're a sad boy out here, check it out. He got some really cool lyrics. Could be a little cringy. You know, that comes with that emo style. It got cringy bars, like heartbreak bars. My life means nothing. Yeah. But like sometimes you gotta hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes we all feel a little down. You know what I'm saying? So when I feel down, I don't know what I want. I want to feel more down. So I listen to more down music. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. Like you ever be happy, you listen to happy music.
You talking about like how people that were going through heartbreak stuff listen to Drake music?
Yes, bro. That's just what
you just want to amplify your feelings and just soak in that essence.
Or you ever been sad and just listen to like, what's that Miguel song?
Not Adorn.
Nah, dude, the other one, it's the short song. It's the one party.
Not Dragon.
Girl with the girl with the tattoo. Yeah, that song is like it puts you in a mood. You know what I'm saying? It's a fire song. I love that song. So look, this is a guy. If you ever sad and you thinking you're just gonna be like, I'm the only one that feels like this. You play this, you're not. A lot of us feel like this. And from the looks of this plays on this song, a lot of people feel like there's little 40 million plays. Jeez. So a lot of us are sad out here. So sometimes you gotta listen to some sad music not to feel alone. Because other people feel the same way as you. You're not alone out here, guys. So
well, I feel like that was supposed to be a punchline for like a 1-800 line hotline or something.
See, I didn't want to mention that word, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I'll blur it out.
But yeah, I'm just saying, don't analyze yourself. Listen to some sad music.
No, don't do that either.
No, it's not gonna make you do that.
Well, I mean, do that so that way you compare yourself. You're like, well, I might be
I'm not this sad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, you go B.
All right, so with the whole beef happening recently with Drake versus Kendrick, I was like, all right, let me go ahead and revisit some Drake stuff that I wasn't too favorable of. Yeah. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead and listen to Certified Lover Boy, Scorpion, and Dark Lane demo tapes. Yeah. I really listened to Certified Lover Boy. I used to just hate it because I felt like the second half of it really fell off. And while I still think that I still don't think that this album is a bit too lengthy. Certified Lover Boy is a good Drake project overall, but I do feel like it's a bit too long time-wise. So if he would have scraped a few songs off, especially the ones that really don't do anything or add anything to the album itself, I think that this would be a phenomenal project for Drake. Same thing I can say with Scorpion. This didn't need to be 2 discs. This is literally, I think, 5 minutes longer than Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover Boy is like an hour and 25. Scorpion is like an hour and 30. 2 discs is separated. I don't like to call the other side the R&B side because to me it's like it has some R&B stuff over there, but it has a lot of other mixed genres over there as well, like the New Orleans bound song with Nice for What and things like that. So I don't really want to call it the R&B side, but I want to call it more so the experimental side. While there's a rap side, there's the more experimental side where it's like not traditional rap or anything like that. But what Drake is doing over there is a bit more melodic. Melodic side.
So you can see why I think that album's maybe.
I can see why. See, I never thought that Scorpion was a bad album. Yeah. The one thing I always hated was the second disc. I always hated the second disc.
But he got Blue Tint on there.
No, there's some great stuff on there. But overall, as a whole, I hated the second disc, especially when you add it to the first disc itself and you have to listen to the whole thing as a whole. I think that it's a bit too lengthy. I feel like some of the second disc songs could have been added to the first disc, and that would have created for another phenomenal project by Drake. Scrape some songs that didn't really care, and we've talked about this before, and this is a sad reality when it comes to a Drake project. Drake knows what we want, and you was right that one podcast episode where you said, I could just make 10 classics like 10 of these. You was right that it was on this album. I thought it was on Views.
It was on Sandra Rose, right?
I think it was either that or 8 out of 10. I forget which one.
Yeah, it's either those.
But Drake knows what to do to make the classic album, but he's never going to give us that because he's Drake. He's this pop icon, but he's this pop rap star icon to where he's never just going to fully dive into one lane like he did on disc 1 because he made a disc 2, so therefore he has to kind of like balance that out. Like I said, disc 1 of Scorpion, phenomenal. Disc 2, if you would have took some tracks like Blue Tint,
Ratchet Birthday?
Jaded, no. Jaded, if you would have threw them on the first disc, phenomenal project. It's just the thing with Drake projects, they're bloated and they have a song kind of for everyone. So I can't be mad because I feel like that's just the state of Drake albums now, and he will never ever give us that album that we really desire from him.
It's your birthday. Oh.
No.
That's
and then we got Dark Lane demo tapes. I really enjoyed Dark Lane demo tapes. I did not like it when it first came out because I'm like, this sounded like a bunch of throwaway tracks,
It
references.
was though, right?
It is, but now that I have more context of like the projects that came after it, I feel like
Yeah.
For All the Dogs is more of an evolution of Dark Lane demo tapes, and so is Certified Lover Boy. It's more of an evolution and a step forward from Dark Lane demo tape. So I do appreciate it now in retrospect because we see what has came from that and the evolution of it. And Drake's, I guess, darker, more atmospheric production that he kind of goes over. So I do enjoy it now, just from a retrospective look at it. But when it first came out, I'm just like, this kind of feels like all over the place and unfinished. But this is like the most quote unquote experimental Drake album, is what I would like to say.
Okay. What is this? Okay. My album. Well, not even an album. My artist. Because I don't know. I just like to put people on. KennyHoopla. You ever heard of him?
No. No, I haven't.
Okay, so KennyHoopla is not a rapper.
Is it Hoopla or Hoopla?
Hoopla.
Oh, okay.
Hoopla. KennyHoopla, black kid. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of rock influences, a lot of pop rock influences. I really enjoy his music. It's like popish in a way as well. And I don't know, it just sometimes I just love to see, other people making music like this. So
Black people making music like this.
Not even just black people, just other people. Because like when you hear
Black
this type
people.
this guy right here. So when you hear this this sound, you'll be like, this a white guy or something? Or like, nah, it's a black kid with blonde hair that looks like, I don't know. He like he probably came from around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Got some dirty Chuck Taylors on. You know what I mean? Smoking a cigarette. He's an
emo type?
Yeah, he's like an emo type kid. But a rock type punk emo kid. I don't know. Anyway, check out KennyHoopla. He actually got a project with Travis Barker, bro. That's dope. That's the legend. So he's he got his ear to the streets. Like some people actually like his music. If you got Travis Barker, bro. Come on, bro. That's a legend. You know what I'm saying? So hey, check him out. One of my favorite songs from him is Estella. What's so crazy about that is my mom's name. It's kind of crazy, Estella. But anyways, check that out. Check out the song, man. Check out his stuff. He has a project that came out like 2021 that's okay. I'm not saying this dude like the greatest guy ever. I just want more people to listen to him. He's not like, he gets like 600,000-700,000 plays of monthly listeners. That's not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. So I'm just saying, hey, more people go check him out if you're into that type of music. KennyHoopla.
All right. My next project, because this isn't going to be a deep dive of another artist, Chief Keef's Almighty Soul 2. This came out since the last podcast we had. And I got to say that I really enjoyed this project. I think it was one of the best projects. No, I didn't listen to the Conway one. But I think, to me, from what I've heard, it was the best project I heard last week in terms of like seeing Chief Keef's growth, especially with him handling all the production on the album. I was amazed at that. I'm like, all right, his rapping, his pen is a bit better. I'm not saying like he's like, a lyrical beast or anything like that, but his rapping is a bit better to where some of his metaphors, some of his similes, I think were more thought out rather than, this is off the top of my head, let me write that down. They felt a bit more thought out than what he usually has. I'm not saying like he's a lyrical monster or anything like that, but it felt like his writing got a bit better. His production was crazy on there to me, very loud. To me, the energy stayed at a high the whole time when I was listening to this project. I was just greatly shocked and surprised by this because just the intro track, the way it was building up, I'm like, oh, the beat's gonna drop right here. Then the guy on the intro track kept talking. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, he's still going. I'm like, what is happening right now? It made me feel claustrophobic. It gave me this like sense of like pure raw energy and hype. And I'm just like, oh, and then the whole album itself, Chief Keef plays with these flows. He plays with his actual vocal inflection, which I really like. I'm like, Chief Keef is giving me a bit more variety than what he would usually give me on a Chief Keef project. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing to me. It was one of the better projects I've heard from Chief Keef since, I think, Back from the Dead 2 or Almighty Soul 1. Man,
I heard really, Thoughtbreakers.
Yeah, Thoughtbreakers.
I heard that. I forgot.
Yeah, Thoughtbreakers was a really good project.
That's the last thing.
Yeah. That I forget which one, and maybe Dedicated. I think I heard something Dedicated. Yeah. But yeah, this project right here, Chief Keef on the production. Some of the features was cool. I didn't mind Sexy Red on here. Anytime Sexy Red and Chief Keef get together, it's a perfect marriage. Okay. I mean, I obviously get why, but usually with Sexy Red's on her own, I get it, but I usually don't like her on other stuff.
Yeah.
With Chief Keef, I really enjoy it. Even though the song isn't as enjoyable as the other songs on this album, I still enjoyed the Sexy Red feature on this album right here. And Quavo, he did his thing as well. I don't know, man. Chief Keef, I'm proud of him. That's all I gotta say. Like, he's really grown as an artist, and he's gotten a bit more versatile with not just rapping, but actually producing it, and he produced the whole album itself.
Yeah.
This was highly anticipated, especially amongst Chief Keef fans. I really want to hear what other Chief Keef fans had to say about this album. Just a little mini review, since I know you're not gonna listen to it. You probably have no interest in it.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be the only time we able to talk about.
I love Chief though. I love him.
But you kind of probably outgrew him though. So I enjoy this project because I really like to see where Chief Keef is, especially now. Him coming from the blog era where he's at now, he's still a mighty force in the game to me when it comes to that sound that he's trying to drive on. So yeah, Chief Keef, Almighty So. 2, if you're a fan of Chief Keef, check it out. I really want to hear your guys' opinion on it.
Yeah, I might check it out, B. I got nothing else, B.
You gotta listen to this in the car or at the gym. You can't listen to this like with your headphones because this is not the album where you just sitting around. Let me clean the house. No. You gotta be breaking some stuff.
I might pull out the lot to it, B.
Hey,
I might.
Hey, that intro. Ooh, if you got a system in your car. Ooh, that intro was so good. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but hey, I ain't got nothing else, B.
You ain't got nothing else? I got one more project in the discography I kind of dived into a little bit. I listened to the Melodic Blue by Baby Keem for the first time, the Deluxe. I enjoyed it. Yeah. To me, this was a phenomenal project. To me, no misses. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because everything he touched upon on the album in terms of like flows, versatility, vocal inflections, the energy. I really enjoyed what Baby Keem did on this album. And to me, it was fun. Every time Baby Keem and Kendrick get together, like I told you, I'm not a fan of Kendrick, but I'm more of a fan of his albums. But whenever him and Baby Keem get together, I'm like, I gotta be on that.
Have you listened to his first album?
Who? No, I didn't. But I saw that his first 2 projects, like if you put them together, they're like less than an hour.
Yeah, I like his first album.
You didn't like the Melodic Blue?
It was okay.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah, there's some songs on there I like, but I like that first one.
I gotta listen to it. I'm gonna listen to both his projects.
Fish get back.
Nah, the Melodic Blue.
His other album much better, bro.
Is it? But this is, I don't know. I really enjoyed the Melodic Blue. And the Deluxe, this too, I really enjoyed that as well.
Now, B, if you like that, you're gonna like that his first album. What's called Habits and something? Not Habits and it's like. Let me make sure.
I know the second one was like I'll Die for My Beat.
Yeah, I'll Die for My. Yeah, that's the name of it. Yeah,
okay, that's the second one.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I like his second album better than.
Okay, that one's like 30 minutes. So
yeah, but
I was gonna check it out this weekend, but you know I had to dive into someone else's discography a bit. Had to go back because Gunna did come out with a new album. We'll talk about it this episode. Had to go back because in our last podcast, not the actual podcast series, not episode, you and the boy Jorge love Gunna.
Yeah.
And during that podcast era, Dripper Drown 2 and Wunna came out. Die for My Beat.
Fire.
Dripper Drown 2 and Wunna came out. I did not like either of these projects. Had to go back because I listened to One of One. And I was like, all right, let me go back because my boy said, which Gunna project do you think is the best?
Yeah.
In my head at the time when he asked me, I'm like, DS4.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, let me go back to see because everybody puts Wunna up really high.
Yeah.
And so I went back to Wunna. I'm like, I see what people are talking about with Wunna. It's still not a favorable project for me. I give it a notch above what I used to rate it though. But to me, it's not a favorable project. It has some very high highs.
That first half of Wunna is fire.
Yeah, but it has some very low lows.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And so with me, when it comes to Wunna, it's a good Gunna project. And I put it like at the bottom of his top 5. But for me, Dripper Drown 2, had to revisit that. I'm like, oh my God, the whole thing is heat. What was I on in the last podcast? I mean, I had to be on my hater back because y'all was glazing Gunna too much back then. Bro. But hey, that Dripper Drown 2, I did it to second best project.
Yeah.
I'll put DS4 as still his best. Dripper Drown 2 is his second best. Then DS3 is his third best.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm like, that Dripper Drown 2 is heat. I even started liking the album cover. I'm like, oh, that's hard.
You clowned the album cover.
I did, because I was just like, come on. It's still a bit ugly without my Gunna bias. I still got to push the agenda of Lil Baby versus Gunna, even though I got to come in here and say that Gunna is better than Lil Baby. But I still got to push the agenda, though. The agenda, the narrative is the most important thing, especially when it comes to lines.
I've been saying this since 2018, dog.
Yeah, Lil Baby, I need him to step up, but also I feel like now him and Lil Baby, getting right here.
We gonna see what Lil Baby gonna do. He got something dropping this year, I believe, too.
I wish him and Gunna wouldn't have done that. But yeah, Dripper Drown, also kind of listen to A Gift and a Curse. We'll kind of talk about that when we talk about One of One. But yeah, Dripper Drown 2 is just heat.
How do you not like that album, bro?
Y'all was glazing too much, that's why.
No, bro, like, why did this make you mad, though?
Like, because the production, because to me, especially coming off of Drip Season 3 to that, one is totally different. So I'm like, and you put me on the Gunna with Drip Season 3.
Right.
So when I listen to that, I'm like, this is not Drip Season 3. I'm like, get this ish out of here. And then Wunna was a bit more of Drip Drown 2. I'm like, get this ish out of here even more.
Bro, you was wild.
But DS4, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm with this. So anytime he does the DS series, the Drip Season, Drip Season 3 and 4, peak.
Bro go back later. Like, hold up, I like this every time.
But sometimes I told my friends, sometimes I got to be removed from the moment. Because the moment sometimes, especially with this Gunna album that we're going to talk about later, I got to be removed from the moment because, the expectations and bias that some people have, I'm just like, all right. I go into it, I'm like, y'all are completely wrong.
But people like stuff, bro.
It's B. They were saying that this new Gunna album was his best album.
I like it, B.
They were saying that it's his best album.
I don't know that yet. I got to sit with it
B.
more.
They were saying this is his best album. That is a F no when Drip or Drown 2 exists and DS4 and DS3
Yeah, but
exists.
to be honest about this album,
we'll talk about it.
We're going to talk about it.
But I'm just saying, we'll talk about it a little bit more. Yeah. But yeah, that's about it for what I've been listening to this week.
Yeah,
besides the album reviews that we have this week as well.
I'm going to try to listen to more this coming week, bro. I'm sorry, B.
No, you're all good. Yeah. If you haven't listened, life gets in the way. I didn't listen to much. Yeah. So I've been going back to Drake stuff. I've been trying to revisit other stuff as well. So
all right.
Yeah, that's it for what we've been jamming. No news.